Let's talk about troubling emotions, because any emotion taken to the extreme can cause problems, and those problems can lead to bad actions. So I'm going to talk very specifically in this section about emotions for people who are looking to better themselves. Okay, this next emotion, I'm sure you've heard of it. It's a very popular one, not my favorite one, is stress. What is it? Stress is never something external that is happening to you. It's you can't handle your own faculties. Your mind and body is not in your control, and you've lost all self-control over it. That's what makes us feel stressful. And it can happen when you're trying to make a lot of demands of yourself. Maybe you're trying to do more things than you can actually handle. A lot of people know what stress feels like, but they may not know how to deal with it, but we all know what stress feels like. It has physical symptoms. You might have trouble sleeping. A lot of people have trouble sleeping if they're stressed. They feel fatigue, tiredness, find themselves drinking a shitload of coffee just to get through every hour. They could have muscle tension, neck is tight, headaches, stomach problems, don't really want to eat anything or have stomach pains and things like that. I mean, there's so many factors. You could have difficulty concentrating. You can even be anxious and frustrated a lot when you're stressed, right? More irritable, easily irritable rather. Some of you maybe grew up with a parent that was always stressed out and they're angry, and even depressed. Stress kills people. That's the bottom line. Stress is against life. Now, I'm not saying you can avoid stress completely in your life, because it does come for everyone, but you can learn how to manage stress day to day. The best advice that I can give you about stress, if you're feeling it, is remind yourself that you're only asked to deal with the problems of today. And you want to break it down even further, you're only asked to deal with this current moment that's here right now. You're never asked to solve problems outside of this moment. Even though you can think about them, you can worry about them and whatever, but you literally can't solve something that is out of your control, and you can't step outside of this moment, man, and go and fix some that's not happened yet. So bring yourself back to reminding yourself that I only have to deal with this breath right now. I only have to deal with this moment right now. So as stress gets worse, what you need to do is you need to find a way to balance your day-to-day life and make stress manageable. Okay, so there are a couple of things that I can offer for this. If you are feeling very stressed out, try some of these. Put your time, your energy, and your money into activities and work that you also enjoy. Okay, if you hate your job, I know some of you can't just ignore and quit your job. It will require more efforts for that change, but focus on the present. What can I do outside of my job that will bring me some sort of happiness and enjoyment? Don't let the past, the fear of that could have happened, would have happened, cripple you in the present moment. Make time for yourself when you're stressed out. Maybe you need to take on less. Maybe you need to make more time to enjoy music, enjoy cooking, enjoy eating, enjoying nature, sceneries. For me, seeing a beautiful scenery, a beautiful view helps me alleviate stress. And that's, of course, personal relationships, spending more time with people that you love. Dude, hanging around with kids, if you got young nephews, nieces and stuff, they're not stressed. So don't forget that earlier section I mentioned about having fun and playing. Take a personal challenge that increases your self-confidence. When I talk about exercising, it increases your confidence. It relieves stress. It's a great way to do it. When you have good nutrition, you feel good. Your body has the right fuel. And when you're feeling stressed about some big project, break it down into smaller tasks. We call that divide and conquer. It's one of the greatest things I learned being an engineer. When you have a huge problem to solve, you don't solve the whole problem at once. You can't eat the whole elephant in one bite. You got to break it down into smaller parts. Divide the problem down into smaller tasks and then conquer it. That's how you track your goals. That's how you move towards progress. You don't have to make large strides to call it progress. This is also a very common misconception that gets people real worked up. Any progress is progress. If you're making the smallest step towards your goal, you're still making progress. Another thing you can try is make your personal environment. We talked about this for sleep, but it's also true for work and everything else. Put some plants in your rooms, man. Light a candle if you like that kind of stuff, right? Make your personal environment as peaceful as possible. Create the vibe that you like. Say no when that's what you feel you should say. Don't just say yes because you feel like I gotta agree to everything. Again, meditation, one of the best ways to beat stress and relax yourself. Add that to your routine, your daily routine. 10-15 minutes in the morning, in the evenings, maybe in the middle of the day if it's really bad. That's how you deal with stress. Not by eating too much sugar and having so much caffeine and not getting enough rest, because that will cause more mood swings. So do more activities that bring you normalcy.